Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders that Jim Master ruled well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's out there fighting, doing this work with truth and sincerity. So, Brother Bansapad, back at you again with another lesson. Lord willing, if this is edifying to the elect men out there that are listening and watching these videos. It's a quick lesson, man, concerning this faith, this gospel, this doctrine that we're involved in, beginning with the apostles and elders of GMS and the men on down. It's in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Abashad that's teaching the same true doctrine, to the world and to especially so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and to the world. People are blind because the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Abashai is not resting with you, so we'll be able to guide and to be able to show you spiritual things that we see, like things pertaining to dying. When you die, you go back to the spirit world, how a kingdom was set up by the Most High, and a kingdom will be taken down by the Most High and His Son, through His Son Yahweh Shai and the angels. How the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites, and that whom the world ignorantly calls God and ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, named is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So, and the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Can't forget about that. And things of that nature, and so on and so forth. It's blind to those people whom the Spirit of the Lord is not working with, and that you don't see these things, man. So you have a lot of questions as to why the Most High do what He do, and His Son, Yahweh Shai, as well. Because this gospel, which is the good news, is hid to those whom the world, or whom the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Shai, is not pleased to dwell with, meaning to sup with you. And I'm going to get that in the book of Revelations chapter 3, Lord willing. But right now I want to start this off. If our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. The gospel is talking about is the good news. The good news from the Bible. The gospel is the good news that's from the Bible. An example of the good news is that the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American are the true biblical Israelites. That a kingdom that's set up through wickedness and ruled by wicked rulers are going to be shut down. That prophecy speak about the RFID chip being the mark of the beast. That's another example of the good news, because people that's destined to take that chip, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Shai, is not going to bring them salvation. Famine is coming. Famine of the word, famine of food, race riots are coming. So to one that's not spiritually inclined would think that this is not good news. Well, if you look at the society right now and the wickedness that's being paraded around and things of that nature, that's good news to a spiritual person. But it brings also bad news to a person that don't adhere to the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability from the Bible, from Yahweh Bashim Shai. And if you're wicked, so this is not going to be good news to you, the thing I just repeated. So that's bad news to a person that's like that. So this gospel, or this good news that's coming out the Bible, is going to be detrimental to a lot of people that don't believe upon it, that don't understand what's going on. The apostles and elders and the men on down throughout the four corners of this world and throughout America is telling you these things, man. It's telling you things that's going to happen, prophesying before it takes place. Prophesy means to say something before it happens. And that's what's going on. But you don't believe in the gospel because you really don't believe on the true power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai of the Bible. You see? In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. So by us understanding through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai this gospel, which it was entrusted in us to give to you, you see, so it's not Paul's fault or our fault that you can't get this. Only the ones the Lord don't want to get this message, you're not going to get this message. Because for one, you don't believe on the true power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, which makes you a lost individual. And just because you don't understand doesn't detract from the clearness of the gospel. You see, just because you don't understand doesn't detract from the clearness of the gospel, man. You see? So whether you understand this or not, it doesn't even matter. Because the scriptures say, what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make their faith to God without effect? Something along those lines, God forbid. So if just because you don't believe it, don't mean it's not true. Just because you don't believe it, don't mean that it's not going to take place or that it's happening. Yes, the life and death is in the power of the hands of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Yes, he sent angels down to do his bidding. Yes, he make peace and he make war. Yes, he is a man of war. He's on the coming to save the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. If you have your consolation on this side, you're not going to make it. Like all the great athletes and prominent people of our nation, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans in this society who has their consolation, they're not going to make it. Now, the Most High, Yahweh by Shema Bashai, can do what they will. If they want someone of a caliber like that to make it, then it's going to take place. You see, they could do what they want. But now, verse 4 said, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. Satan is the God of this world. He's blinded the mind of those who don't believe. Because of that, you are not able to, just because Satan blinded you, he's the God of this world. All right? Blinded the minds of the people. Since that's the case, you're not able to get the glorious light of the good news, and you don't understand it, man. You see? The message is lost to those who don't believe on the true power of Yahweh by Shema Shai. And the thing is, once you understand the message, Yahweh Shai, when the word ignorantly calls Jesus, is the exact likeness of Yahweh, which is the Heavenly Father, man. In whom the Most High of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, because you don't believe, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. That's not shining unto you. Because for one, he's not supping with you spiritually for you to get this. And plus, your eyes are not being enlightened. See, the spirit of the Heavenly Father and His Son has to be working with you in order for you to get this. That's why so many people are blinded, man. And they desire to hear and to see the things that the prophets and the apostles and the elders and the teachers and the helpers see. But it's given to them because they don't believe and they are lost. Because whom the God of this world, which is Satan, hath blinded the minds of them which believe not the gospel that's being conveyed unto them. Least the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. And it's not shining unto them, man. Because you don't believe. And one of them is the fact that, man, I can never get to Revelation. Oh, okay. Revelation 3:20 says this. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Who? The spirit of Yahweh by Shema Shai stand at the mind in your head. That's the door. And knock. If any man hear my voice, so when you hear this word being preached to you, and like it says in Hebrews, if you don't mix what you hear with faith, then you're not going to receive it. So he's standing at the door in your mind. He's knocking by giving you this gospel, giving you this doctrine, because he's sending teachers and preachers and apostles out to teach you these things. And if you don't hear his voice and open that door, he's not going to come and sup with you. If you adhere to that, then it says this, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door and accept the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to attain it, to receive it, to hold it, to mold it, to believe it, and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. And that's what's going on with the majority of the people today, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the people out here who don't understand the true power of Yahweh Bashim Shah, the power of Israel that's in the book of the Bible, is that you're not allowing him to sup in your mind, because this place teaches you to have emotions when it comes to the Bible or anything in this life. There's a high rate of emotion that's involved that's not allowing you to understand and get this word, man. And that's what's going on today. You see, one more real quick. This is Ephesians. I got to come in real quick if I can find it. 1, 2. Try to get Ephesians 1:17. That the Most High of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, the Father of glory, may give you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him. You see, he gonna give that to you. The eyes of understanding being enlightened, that ye may know what is the hope of his calling, to go out here and do this work, to wake up these lost, the lost people of Israel, the elect, and what the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints. It's your brother Bunsen Park. Lord willing, hope it was edifying. Till the next time, shalom.